Meet the Volkswagen Jetta GLI, a familiar car from a familiar company. There's a familiar phrase that comes to mind: if you ain't cheating, you ain't...
Whoa there, partner. Charles is becoming self-aware. Take it away, boys.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. 2024 manual Jetta GLI 40th anniversary.
I have nothing else to say. Launch control.
Good power.
Heck yeah.
Wheels like to spin. Let's get to the horsepower and torque.
228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque from a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder that we've now driven multiple times in this exact same configuration.
This feels old school.
It does.
But in a good way. Like, this is actually cool. As cars are phasing out, I like it more and more and more.
Sedans are phasing out. EVs are coming in.
Manual cars in general.
Yes.
That are all gas.
Yes. So why are we driving a manual front-wheel drive sedan, Yuri?
Because we got to get it in while we still can.
Exactly.
And this is the 40th anniversary, which has very cool custom seats.
Yeah, so apparently they're different for every car, so I'm not really sure how that works. If you ever needed to replace these, I guess you'll just get a completely new set of seats.
And when you do a side-by-side comparison with their normal GLI, you realize that for like $2,000 Canadian less, you lose a whole bunch of options. But like, as a car, the way it is, like, it's not the worst. Like, I don't have forward, back, up, down lumbar.
You don't have electronically controlled seats,
We don't have adaptive dampers.
which is kind of shocking.
But overall, as a package, like, it's a cool little celebration Jetta GLI, and I guess the anniversary is 1984. We got 1984 in the cup holders.
Yeah.
It's a fun little like Easter egg car for people who like the Jetta.
Maybe this was that book about 1984 predicting the future.
Something
Where they're
Orwell.
surveilling us or something. Maybe this infotainment's watching us, because it's the old school infotainment, which is fantastic. It's not that new Volkswagen GTI thing that's going on with all the touch climates and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But we do have some touch buttons on the steering wheel still. So.
That I didn't like.
And then we got a 40 on there too.
40, you put a period there and it'll be a 4.0.
Put a 40 OZ for 40 ounce to freedom.
What's that?
That's sublime. But it is kind of crazy the amount of things that you're missing for being a 40th anniversary, which is the lower trim. Like, this is the entry-level GLI.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in my opinion, just get the upper trim, unless you, for some reason, care about 1984 a lot.
Yeah, and there's only going to be, what, 1984 of them made or
I
something?
think for the States. Canada, 19.4?
Yeah, we don't really know. Anyways, like,
Yeah.
it is a cool limited edition car. Looks-wise, looks the same.
Yeah, nothing's changed. Still got that pink or red lipstick
Yeah,
up front.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it at all.
I think it looks cool. It's a nice touch. Cement gray, like,
Come on, Volkswagen.
come on, Volkswagen. Black wheels, like, come on, Volkswagen.
But this is an old school car
Yeah, so it's...
when this was cool.
Yeah, I guess. And what would be the Continental recommended tire for a 40th anniversary Jetta?
The Extreme Contact Sport 02 in the summer and the Viking Contact 7 in the winter.
All right, we're on winters right now. Let's take this turn and... Peeling out so much torque from the front wheels. I like it.
Yes.
It just pulls you out.
Plenty of understeer if you're on the throttle too soon, because that's a front-wheel drive characteristic.
And it's nice. It's not gun, 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 gun.
Because we still do have a limited slip differential, so although this is an entry-level model, it's not that entry-level.
All right, now let's listen to it from the inside.
Take me to Redline, Yuri.
You hear that vibration?
I do.
It's a little too much, I think, but it is nice to have. Like,
Kind of sounds like a Subaru. Like a little boxer-ish.
it's cool. Remember that first Passat we drove and it had the...
Yeah, the VR6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, let's take a listen to the outside. Too bad they don't let you bang it off the limiter.
Hey man, old Jettas exist for that.
Yeah.
This is just like a fun little throwback, I guess. Is Jetta gonna still be around like in a couple of
I
years?
don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going to phase this thing out with some kind
Yeah,
of
they're
EV.
like, yeah, we can get rid of this and just sell more Tauses.
Yeah, or ID7 or
Say it wrong.
Taos.
Hey!
Sorry to everybody who lives in Taos. I think it's New Mexico.
Taos.
And because I like to see you do burnouts, I want you to launch it on this slippery road instead of normal road.
Thank you, Yuri. We'll see what it lets me do. Ow! Oh, God! Didn't hit the steering column. I didn't even get there yet.
The hump doesn't need to go this low.
Oh God, that actually hurts so much.
If Porsche and Lamborghini can get it right, why can't these guys? Same company, right?
Yeah.
And a Bugatti.
If you guys like seeing me in pain, please subscribe for the love of God. Full traction off.
Through the infotainment, ASR, whatever that means.
Heck yeah.
Bro, for front-wheel drive, like...
That was sick. All right, good job, Volkswagen.
Heck yeah.
It's all thanks to that LSD as well.
If I've ever said anything negative about this car in the past, you know, it's got a lot of redeeming features.
Except this, for your safety, this menu is not available while driving.
Anyway.
So now we can't turn traction back on or off or do anything, apparently.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was sick. All right, so we got a 6-speed manual, which is lovely to shift. I actually have forgotten that I'm driving manual several times while driving this. It's that easy to drive.
It's very, like, soft and, like...
Yeah, it's, like, rubbery and, like, you can move the shifter around.
Not in, like, the worst way, but in a good commuter way.
Exactly. It's, like, easy to drive. The clutch is so light that sometimes I forget that I'm even pressing it.
So similar to the GTI and Golf R, right?
I think it's a little bit different. We also have a little bit less power than the GTI as well.
Yeah, but, like, the similar, like, feel. Like, it's in the same family.
Yeah. And the steering is also nice and light, as you'd expect from something like this. Like, this doesn't scream performance to me.
The steering is so light.
It just happens to be a little bit quicker. It's this nice kind of middle ground where, like, an SI feels more performance oriented.
Yeah, and this
than
is more commuter. Like, you could probably run family life in here if you needed to.
Yeah, this is a really big vehicle. It's also really comfortable. The suspension, although we don't have the adaptive dampers, is actually really comfortable and good. Not too much body roll, which I will test through Cliche Corner, but these seats are also really comfortable. They're just cloth. They hold you in pretty nicely.
You fit in the back nice.
I fit really well back there.
And the trunk room is huge. Like, you could fit a stroller in there, baby stuff in there, like, easily use this for a one-child family.
Yeah, this is massive.
And, like, growing up in high school in the 2000s, like, didn't this seem like this was people's, like, goal family car back in the day?
Yeah, like a bunch of friends had them. They're smaller
and
as
like
well.
you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this for a family car when you're older. Like, this was like a goal car, where now it's like SUVs are the goal cars.
Yes, unfortunately, because these are still fun. Like, I like these things. I've always loved sedans. I've owned so many sedans. A lot of them being rear-wheel drive, though.
And if you still wanted to get one, hit up tsp.truecar.com.
Discounted price offers. You could probably get yourself an even older one and save yourself some money, and it'll still be the same car, basically. All right, Cliche Corner, downshift, do some real journalism if I don't call out my downshifts, and tons of understeer on these winter tires, but still really fun to send it through here. Thankfully, we've got that LSD, which will pull us through this last corner over here. Yeah, there we go. It's still great to drive this thing.
It is very fun.
Yeah.
And it's a nice, predictable, it's what you want out of front-wheel drive.
And it's still so comfortable. Like, no real complaints about driving this thing. You could daily this thing with your whole family. Nobody would complain. Your kid wouldn't be crying back there because the suspension's too bumpy. Your wife wouldn't be crying or complaining or doing anything because the car's too fast or too loud or anything like that. Like, it's good.
It's a good, probably the best manual family daily.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Type R is a little too Type R.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think Civic Si. Like, Civic Si is really close to this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, because it's also available as a sedan. Civic Si is also a really good alternative to this. If you can save yourself some money, because the Civic Si has gone up in price, whereas this hasn't really gone up that much.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty reasonable price for this.
Yeah, and then we got hard buttons to control our climate, all that good old Volkswagen stuff, but we still do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, still got the volume knob that rotates with the volume control.
Yeah, stuff still pops up as your finger gets close. Like, it's an okay infotainment. I don't hate it. But these floor mats, not that much coverage. If you had a family, you're gonna get junk everywhere. You need a set of TuxMat for your Jetta.
Go to TuxMat.com/TheStraightPipes for maximum coverage.
All right, let's do the visor test. Yo, you dare me to rip it off?
Let's see.
3, 2, 1. Oh, what
no! Volkswagen! What is this cost cutting?
Oh, no.
What?
I was actually going to try to rip it off.
Remember they did that with the Beetle?
Yeah.
But the GTI passed both sides.
No. Shrinkflation, bro. Real life.
Wow.
Shocked. Hey, this sunroof is nice, though.
Yeah, it's pretty small. We got cup holders that also pass.
The cup holders, yeah, I mean, kind of pass. It's like weird.
Yeah. And we got some drive modes, which don't control the suspension because we don't have the adaptive dampers.
Let's put it to eco. Now give me a rip with some peace and quiet.
Definitely quieter.
That is a fine sound.
Yes.
I don't need pumped-in audio. Imagine if you got the one with adaptive dampers. You wanted the damper mode, and then you're stuck with that sound.
Right. And this is also a very appropriate amount of power for a car like this. I don't feel like it's underpowered. It's just nice.
Well, yeah, if you power understeer, then yeah, it's enough power. And the fun thing with this being manual is you still get adaptive cruise control.
Oh, yeah.
But no lane centering, just lane departure assist, which you have to control with your capacitive buttons on the steering wheel and click the button on the stock, which is very tricky to use.
Yeah.
I hate microwave buttons in a car. So revisiting the GLI for hopefully the last time, or probably the last time. I assume it's gonna die.
Probably.
It's gotta die.
Yeah.
Nobody likes cars anymore.
No, nobody likes manual front-wheel drive sedans anymore.
We should find out how much it costs. Let's get to the price.
This one is $31,395.
Yeah, it sounds like a reasonable price for a car these days.
Yeah, for anyone that's mad that prices have gone up, here is your answer, and this is what it looks like.
And it's in manual.
Yeah, and it's actually a pretty good-looking car, and everything about it is good. We got heated seats as well. Like, this is good.
And if you're on the fence about the 40th anniversary or the normal one, you should probably get the normal one, but the 40th anniversary missing stuff isn't even that bad.
No.
Unless you're like, changing your seat with a partner, then it's like, yeah, definitely make sure you have power seats.
I feel like there's no reason to get this unless for some reason, again, 1984 means something very special to you, because the other one's not much more, and you get so much more.
What if it's stuck on a dealer lot and it's like, I don't know, you want this one? And we got it today, or you can custom order one in 2 months. You're like, whatever, just give it to me.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let us know what you guys think of this 40th anniversary GLI.
Shout out Volkswagen for still making it
Yes,
in manual.
for hopefully at least one more year.
Yeah.